Next speaker is JJ, me, and he will going to speak on the title of One Way or the Other to the Dark Side. One Way or the Other to the Dark Side, JJ. I was sitting in the middle of nowhere, and I could see the one thing. There is pure darkness around me, and I felt something rising up from the near and far, and it's rising it, and I felt something in fear. Some fear made me anxious, and I'm afraid of being attacked by these dark forces around me. So I didn't sit. I stood up with this dark force rise, and I stood, and they are coming closer to me. And I was afraid. I was there. I didn't like these dark forces coming me. So I was doing taekwondo, boom, boom. Oh, and I was doing tai chi, and things are not getting easier because these dark forces around me is surrounding me and coming in again and again, closer and closer. I didn't like this at all. So I decided to fight back with boxing, everything I could do, but it was not enough. So I was pushed back, back, and I lost the way. And I had to run away, run, and I reached to a point to there is no way. It was cliff, and I'm standing edge of the cliff. But the forces, dark forces, is climbing up, and all coming up at me, and it was going to dump me anyway. And I saw at the last moment there is a little spot, and closer look at the spot, it was a sniper aiming at me, and I was surprised. Then I saw a sparkle, and I couldn't hear the sound of bang, and I'm dead, falling from the cliff, and I'm falling, and never ending, and I'm dead. That moment, I wake up. Then I found all sweat in my body. It was cold sweat. I was wet with my old sweat, and all the blankets around me is also wet. And I was thinking, what is this? And over, uh, this kind of dream or nightmare for about 3 years. What do you come up with? I was curious what's going on with me and what is same dream occurring again and again to me. And I was thinking the event that I had back in 2008. That time I was deployed to a UN peacekeeping operation to war zone in Africa. The country name is Sudan, and I was stationed in the middle of fighting. And there, one day we went out a patrol with 2 vehicles and 5 members. And I was in a second vehicle, and first vehicle was 3, and second vehicle was 2 members were staying. And as a UN patrol, we had to bring those conflicting parties representatives. So we were bringing North representatives and also South representatives, bring them to down south. And in south, in a marketplace, we went out a patrol. And then what happened? Some sudden local people wanted to fight with this North representative. And there was fighting. Then at the moment, we got to know that we are in danger and we are risking ourselves by exposing this North representative to South local peoples. And that way we escaped from the marketplace, and we are about to move the vehicles. But local peoples surrounded our vehicles and banging at the car window, saying that UN brought a criminal down to us. And then we just moved a little, then there was a gunshot to the first vehicle, and I was in a second vehicle. And then a local soldier there carrying a AK-47 was shooting at the car. I was witness as it happened, and it looked like the first vehicle looked like a bloody red popcorn popping inside oven. And we saved the injured and wounded UN military observers, and we ran away and saved them. And that is the event I got to remember by reviewing my dream. And then I got to understand that my experience giving me a hard time to recognize what I'm thinking and what I'm going over. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I got to understand what dream giving me a hard time. And instead, now I'm thinking that dream can be analyzed and also responded in proper way. So when you running in dream, then turn around and see what's going on and ask yourself, what is this? Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day, JJ. Now it's time to feedback. Say me.
Me.
Oh, Yusuf, over to you.
Yeah. Well, to tell you the truth, it's a great story, and it's full of things inside, full of information. I love all the story inside. My recommendation is you do more practice.
Mm,
It seems you don't quite remember your line. You
mm,
sometimes think, and I can see it clearly. The second thing is, if you have got more variation in your vocal variety, up and down and neutral, plus the stressing and the pausing, I
mm.
think you are a great speaker, JJ. Thank you.
Thank you, Yusuf. Anyone?
Me.
See.
There. Oppa! Great
네.
speech! And yeah, for this speech, I tend to feel emotion. Because you're not laughing or smiling most of the time that you usually do. So I think I can really engage with the story like I'm inside of the story more.
Mm,
And I can see that you're kicking and also do several things and actions. I think you can add more of that action, especially with the dialogue. As when you mentioned uh, the the people are surround the vehicle and then they banging the window. So probably you can imitate bang 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 get out or what kind of the dialogue that things that happens because in that story you keep sharing and also telling about the situation, so we want
mm,
to know what is the real situations.
음,
Like for instance, oh, there's someone is got shot and he got bleeding on his head.
어,
Oh no! And and you can engage with the people. Oh,
어,
what am I supposed to do?
어,
They are dying in front of me. So so you can share your emotions
네,
about what happened to you to the
네,
audience to feel
어,
it more, like when we are in that situation, what we would do. So we tend to,
음,
oh my god, I never thought it was such a in really kind of bloody situation. So it can add a little more dialogue in that,
어,
and also giving more actions of
어,
what is the inside of that story.
어.
And amazing speech, Oppa. Yeah, I can add more practice as well. So Oppa, great job.
네, 땡큐지. Anyone else? Then this concludes JJ's speech.